Hello, historians. If you clicked on this link, that means you are interested in learning a little bit more about Albrecht Dürer. So here is the slide that we saw in the previous presentation. You get his occupation, when he was born, when he died, and what he was best known for. And here is a picture of him, and I just think he is the prettiest guy around. Just saying. So, his early life. Albrecht Dürer was born in Nuremberg, Germany, on May 21st, 1471. Before being taken into his father's shop to learn goldsmithing, he was sent to school to learn reading and writing. His talent for drawing, however, led his father to arrange an apprenticeship for him at 15 with a Nuremberg painter. And so an apprenticeship is basically like an artist's sidekick. So, usually, what would happen back in the day is if you were a teenager who really liked art, your parents would usually set you up in an apprenticeship. And that basically meant you went to go live with the artist, you helped them out with their daily tasks, and they taught you how to do art. So, after completing his apprenticeship, in 1490, Durer took the traditional young artist trip to the art centers in Germany. In 1494, about the time of his marriage to Agnes Trey, he visited Venice. From this period on, the Italian influence was evident in his work. Back in his home city, Durer worked at both painting and wood engraving. Paintings were costly and they could only be enjoyed by the purchaser and his immediate circle. Because you have to think about it, museums weren't necessarily as big of a thing as they were right now. Museums were invented in ancient times, but they didn't really get popular until modern times. So, if someone bought a painting, it was basically only viewed by them and their close friends. But by using the new craft of printing, many copies of engraving could be made. So you have to think about it. A painting takes hours and there's only one copy. Whereas engraving, you carved the picture into a block of wood, you painted over it, and you stamped it on a piece of paper. So with that engraving, you could make hundreds of copies of the same piece of artwork in very little time. Whereas a painting, if you wanted to create even one copy of a painting, you would have to do it all from scratch and spend whoever knows how long just being able to finish it and get it slightly close to the original. So his reproductions were used largely to educate people in religious and classical history. In 1505, Durer made another visit to Venice, and he remained there until 1507. After his return, he seems to have renounced his painting as an important work and instead devoted most of his time to engraving on wood and copper. In 1513 and 1514, he completed his three best known copper engravings: Night, Death, and Devil, St. Jerome in his study, and Melancholia I. Durer also delved into the mathematics of proportion and perspective during his lifetime, and he published two works on these subjects. So here are some of the greatest achievements of Durer. We saw these in the other presentation, and here are some of his woodblock prints. So you can pause, really look at the detail. He was incredible. You can zoom into these pictures, see every little thing going on. And he was able to just carve this image once, paint over it, and stamp it out for as many people as they wanted could get these paintings, which was very, very different than how paintings had typically worked in the Middle Ages. So these are your sources. You are finished with the video. You are good to go ahead and start researching your other links.